What's going on, stackers? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a lot of interesting info, including some clips of the new interview with Vladimir Putin. Let's get it. But first, we're going to start with the corrupt Hillary Clinton.
And then one more area that I hope nation states start paying greater attention to is the rise of cryptocurrency, because what looks like a very interesting and somewhat exotic effort to literally mine new coins in order to trade with them has the potential for undermining currencies, for undermining the role of the dollar as the reserve currency, for destabilizing nations, perhaps starting with small ones, but going much larger. So when we think about this new environment in which we find ourselves that we've been discussing for the last some minutes, we can't just think about nation states.
The big boys know what's taking place, but I have a suspicion it was a plan by them the whole time. And next, we're going to get into the Tucker Carlson interview with Vladimir Putin. Let's roll it.
How have sanctions, do you think, changed the dollar's place in the world?
You know, to use the dollar as a tool of foreign policy struggle is one of the biggest strategic mistakes made by the U.S. political leadership. The dollar is the cornerstone of the United States power. I think everyone understands very well that no matter how many dollars are printed, they are quickly dispersed all over the world. Inflation in the United States is minimal. It's about 3 or 3.4%, which is, I think, totally acceptable for the US. But they won't stop printing.
To kick everything into hyperdrive, bringing in these central bank digital currencies, I think that the war in Ukraine, us putting sanctions on Russia, it was all part of the master plan, because the United States knows that the dollar's going down anyways. So we need to break away from it and create a new system to bring everybody into. Now here's part 2.
Experts say this. Ask any intelligent and thinking person in the United States what the dollar means for the U.S.
But
You're killing it with your own hands.
I think that's I think that's a fair assessment. The question is what comes next, and maybe you trade one colonial power for another, much less sentimental and forgiving colonial power. I mean, is the BRICS, for example, in danger of being completely dominated by the Chinese economy? In a way that's not good for their sovereignty. Do you worry about that?
Well, we have heard those boogeyman stories before. It is a boogeyman story. We're neighbors with China. You cannot choose neighbors just as you cannot choose close relatives.
Next up, we have Brian Brooks, managing partner at Valor Capital Group.
So the point that I always try and tell people is, the biggest issue that I always try and focus on is cryptocurrencies are really not about currency. And the biggest misunderstanding of this whole discussion is the belief that if crypto is not doing a great job of replacing the US dollar, then crypto is failing in its mission. And what I think we'll talk about a little bit today is the idea that most of crypto is about replacing the centralized banking system with networks that allow user control versus bank CEO control. The crypto assets that have prices are more like internet stocks. It's more like you bet on Google if you think there's going to be high internet traffic, and you short Google if you think people are going to go back to the post office, right? But it's not that Ethereum or Ripple or anything else is trying to replace the US dollar. It's trying to replace a system of transmitting value. And we'll talk a lot more about that. So for me, the prices are not that relevant any more than Google's volatility is. And in the early days of Google, that was super volatile.
So boom, like I said, the United States knows that the dollar's going down, so they're trying to bring in the new system. And now we got Crypto Hulk with that super alpha. Let's run it.
Hey everybody, Crypto Hulk, not gonna believe this. So, here we go. Here's the hiring company. Look right here. San Francisco, just like Ripple, right? What bank is that? You all know. I can't talk about this. It's not going to end well for Crypto Hulk. So you have that bank of San Francisco. Oh, by the way, let me show you something. Here is a Ripple Labs. There you go. Meet the team. What do we got there? The New York, I'm not going to say the other. All right. So we get into this. I already showed it. Look what they're going to create. Oh, what? The position is responsible for supporting the blank of Cbdc. I'm showing you right now, the United States is going to have this. I can't get into particulars, but, you know, Crypto Hulk's always told you that this is a member of Ripple. No other channel has shown you this. Zero. Zilch. Nobody. But they're hiring somebody who's going to create a United States that.
And shout out to Crypto Hawk for that one. The Federal Reserve is looking for someone to run their central bank digital currency program. And the post is right on Indeed.com. That's pretty crazy. I just wanted to throw this in there real quick because the Super Bowl is tomorrow. Crypto absent again from Super Bowl ads. Now, there's not much else to say about this. I know Google is allowing the Bitcoin ETF ads to run. It's not going to be in the Super Bowl this year. I don't really care. And I'm kind of mad that the Lions didn't win. And then I just wanted to share this coin with you guys real quick. This is something that I just picked up a few $100s worth of today. It's called Fcon or Space Falcon. It's available on KuCoin. This is the daily chart. As you can see, it had been coming down for a while. I was watching this for a couple months and it's finally getting some movement up. So just wanted to put you guys onto that. It is a gaming studio on Solana, and we know Solana's been doing very well so far in this pre-bowl run. Maybe something you want to take a look at. Keep it on your watch list. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll be back with another one tomorrow. Shout out to our sponsor, SoMuchSend at SoMuchSend.com. If you could please subscribe, like, and maybe leave a comment, I'd very much appreciate that. Stay bullish and keep stacking.